Bobby Scott.
Hey Homo sapiens and Marbites, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Happy New Year. And if you are new to the channel, I am Rogue Bobby Scott. It did a long time coming now. I haven't done any makeup tutorials whatsoever for the last, maybe 3-4 weeks since I did my Marbasian Christmas calendar, advent calendar. So I am happy to be back on the channel now, and makeup is literally my life. Like, what is that in my eyesight? One of the hairs from my coat. So I have been so happy to be back on the channel, and I have plenty to share with you this year. I want to focus this year on only glamour looks. I don't want to specifically do any sort of SFX makeup tutorials. I don't want to do any horror tutorials this year. I just want to focus on beauty. So if you like this, my interpretation of what I would do if I was going to go out looking all glamoured up for Valentine's Day, keep on watching. I've already done my face and I've done my brows and stuff. Do they look nice, my brows? Today I'm gonna go in straight in with the LA Girl Pro concealer with porcelain, because I'm gonna block out my eyelids, and I'm going to go over that obviously with some eyeshadows. So when you're placing concealer on your eyelids, you don't need much. Particularly if you're using the LA Girl Pro line, you just need what's on the brush already. You don't need much at all. So I'm going to be using two techniques on blending the concealer on my eyelids, and the first one is that I'm using a brush. Now when you're using a brush, it does come out a bit more precise in your placement of where you're blending that concealer, but when you use your fingers, the blend is even more seamless because, you know, you've got warm fingers. But for now, I'm just using the brush just to get it exactly where I want it, and then I'll continue on to blend out with my fingers. Now I'm going to use my fingertips, and I'm just going to blend a little bit more. The warmth of your fingertips kind of blends a little bit better when you're blending the way that I'm blending, or just in blending in general, just because brushes don't have warmth in them. Maybe that's something that I will come up with, a self-heating brush. Don't know how that's going to work. I'm gonna go in with this light pink shade, and these eyeshadows are actually broken. BH Cosmetics sent me a replacement just because I wasn't happy that I spent money on eyeshadows that were broken. Now I'm gonna go in with my first transition color, first transition focus color, and I'm just going to dab and blend in circular motions exactly where I need it. So where I need it is on the middle eyelids and outer corner, and just above, you know, the crease. Now I'm going to start creating some depth, and I'm just placing where I want it, just where, you know, just the middles in between the pink that I've put on and the red, and I'm using a darker shade just to create that depth, and I'm just blending those two first colors that I put on together, and then I'm going to continue adding more depth to the look. I could have stopped there, but I chose not to. If you're liking the colors so far, give me a great big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to clean that brush and just blend these edges and then go on to using a black. When you're blending your edges, be sure to only blend on the edge and not beyond that. Using a pencil brush, I'm now going to go in with a shade. It's a charcoal kind of shade. I'm just going to dab it from the outer corners into the middle. I'm just dabbing it lightly because I didn't want it to look, you know, smuggy. So is that even a word? So I just placed that there, and then I'm going to blend it with the same brush that I've just blended out my edges. With a more jet black. So using that same brush, I slightly dampened it and I went in with the jet black because I just wanted a bit more pigment than what would have been picked up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over that again with some red because I kind of placed it on a very heavily, so it literally turned into a paste, which I rectify later. I'm going to go in with the first red that I used on this eye look and blend that black into the whole look just to bring everything together and rectify the mistake of dampening my brush. Don't make that mistake. So the first eyeshadows that I used previously in this look were matte, and now I'm going in with some shimmery eyeshadows, and I'm using a Maybelline palette, but I can't remember the name. Anyway, so I'm just placing that only on my lids, and then I'm going to blend them out a little bit as I dab on my lids. I blend and dab and blend and dab. Using a shimmery white shadow, I'm just going to place one spot on each eyelid in the middle, and then I'm going to bring those colours in together and blend them in slightly, just dabbing lightly. I'm not blending too harshly because I obviously want the shimmer to stay input. And then I'm going to repeat the two steps that you have already seen with the shadows. Now I'm just going to add some gold onto my lids in the same place where I put all the other shimmery shadows, and I'm just going to continue to blend that in whilst, you know, placing it on. So I'm just placing and blending at the same time because I don't want the gold to take over the pinks and the reds. And now I'm just going to apply a few coats of mascara before I put on my eyelashes. If you hate putting on eyelashes, a trick is that you can do is apply your mascara more to the ends of your lashes so that your lashes look more fuller. And if you're a fan of the channel, you know how much I hate putting eyelashes on camera. So I'm gonna do that now, off camera. I'm going to go in now with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonstone, and this is the palette Sundit. So I'm just dabbing this. I'm gonna do the corner of my eyes, inner corners. So just going in with a second highlighter, and it's the whitest one in the palette. I'm just concentrating right in the corners of my eyes. Now it's time to apply some glitter liner, and the glitter liner that I'm using is from Sleek. But I don't use glitter liners that much, so I'm not too sure how glittery it's supposed to be. So I used a few layers when I was doing this. Now I'm going to line my lips, and if I don't have the shade available that I want, I will just use the lipstick to line my lips first. Let that dry a little and then fill in my lips, which is what you can see me doing now. I'm just lining in with the shade that I want. Then I'm going to fill in, allow it to dry, and then go on with the gradient color, which I'm going to place in the middle. So I didn't want to contour in this video, I just wanted to, you know, highlight. So I'm just placing highlighter thinly on my face, and that is pretty much the look, guys. So guys, that's exactly how I got the look. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you like my little spunk and everything, because, you know, I am really happy that I'm back on the channel, and, you know, I'm really happy that you guys are watching, and I'm happy, you know, all the Marbites and all the subscribers out there, you know, I bow down to you. The track that you heard just now is Nebula by Lyndon Samuel, and he is a fucking amazing artist. I was gonna say actress. Right, so that is my first video of the year. Bye. Rogue Marby Scott.